Salam sejahtera and greetings to our bank management lecturer, Professor Mada Dr. Samsul Barim bin Muhammad Ashad and our fellow friends. We are from Group 4 and in this presentation video, we will be presenting about the financial performance analysis of 4 different commercial banks which are Maybank, Mbank, Hong Leong Bank and RHB Bank. The key financial ratios that were adopted are return on assets, return on equity, net interest margin, net interest margin, net bank operating margin, earnings per share and earnings spreads. And without further ado, let's begin the presentation with the introduction of each bank.
Everybody, my name is BWBB, no metric 275405. I will talk a little bit about the introduction of bank. As we know that bank is a financial institution that accepts deposit from the public and creates a demand deposit, while at the same time they also making loans. Mbank Group, which also called as ANB Holding Berhad, was founded by Hussain Najadi and Tan Sri Azman Hashim in year 1975. Mbank Groups has provided different services which include investment banking, wholesale banking, business banking and also retail banking. Mbank Group has provided other financial related services which are included Islamic banking, life insurance, general insurance, family takaful, share and stock broking, investment advisory, real estate investment trust and unit trust, futures broking and also management services in assets. Maybank are also called as Malayan Banking Berhad, which founded by Khoo Teck Puat in year 1960 and taken over by Amir Shah Abdul Aziz in year 2002. Maybank has provided different services which are included commercial banking, investment and also financial services. Maybank has also provided other financial related services which included insurance, community financial international banking, takaful and asset management, and also global wholesale banking and services.
Hello and good day everyone. My name is Sashiki, number metric 275662. Hong Leong Bank Berhad is established under the name of Kwong Lee Mortgage and Remittance Company in 1905 in Kuching, Sarawak. It was listed on the Bursa Malaysia in October 1994. Hong Leong Bank is a regional financial service company and headquartered in Kuala Lumpur. Hong Leong Bank has offered a diverse range of product service in Malaysia and across the regions including individual wealth management, financial service, regional service, commercial banking, treasury and transaction banking with a broad range of creative financial solutions. RHB Banking Group is multinational regional financial service provider founded by Rashid Hussain. It is the top bank in Malaysia with a significant presence in Asia. RHB Bank is a financial institution that provides intact financial service in Malaysia. RHB Banking Group's main businesses are confirmed into business mainstay, namely international business, business and transaction banking, Sharia business, asset management, RHB Singapore, retail banking, insurance and wholesale banking.
My name is Wong Yao Guang and metric number is 271387. Today I would like to present return on equity of the commercial bank between 2016 to 2020. In 2016, the bank that got the highest ratio in ROE was Maybank, which had 11.27%. The lowest bank was RHB, which is only 6.67%. In 2017, Maybank also got the highest ratio in ROE, which was 9.84%, and the lowest ratio was Mbank, which was 6.88%. In 2018, Mbank possessed the highest ratio of ROE, which was 11.76%, and the lowest was RHB Bank, which has 8.47%. In 2019, Mbank will have the highest percentage in ROE, which is 11.25%. The lowest ratio of the ROE is RHB Bank, which only has 7.95%. In 2020, the highest ROE is 8.26%, achieved by RHB. Mbank and Maybank have the same ratio in return on equity, which is 8.25%, while Hong Leong Bank has the lowest ROE, which only has 7.88%. In conclusion, Maybank and Mbank are rivals against each other in terms of ROE performance from the year 2016 to 2020. Both of the banks achieved more than 10% in ROE. In short, Mbank and Maybank will be the most potential commercial bank for investing and promising an ideal return.
Hello there, my name is Panjalok, metric number 270650. Now I'm going to explain the return on assets. can be seen that the ROA between these five banks in the year 2016 and until 2020, mBank has stated the highest ROA among them, which started with 6.08% in the year 2016 and then decreased to 5.59% in the year 2017, which had a huge increase in ROA, which increases from 5.59% to 9.67% in 2018 and 11.22% in 2019, which implies that mBank managed to control the assets in generating profits effectively compared to other banks according to the table above. But in the year 2020, mBank ROA has shrinks to 8.22%. In a nutshell, this indicates mBank generates profits from their returns by utilizing their assets compared to other banks. Other three commercial banks, which is Hong Leong Bank, Maybank, and IHB, had a close ROA ratio for the 5 years of research, where IHB Bank has the lowest ratio among these banks. In 2016, IHB Bank has the lowest ROA ratio, 0.63%, followed by Hong Leong Bank, 0.99%, and Maybank, 1.29%. The situation persists for the next 4 years, where IHB Bank remains the lowest, 0.81, 0.9, 0.89, and 0.92%, followed by Hong Leong Banks, 1.06, 1.17, 1.14, and 0.93%. And lastly, Maybank, 1.2, 1.6, 1.57, and 1.25%. So that's all for my part. Thank you for lending your ears. Hi everyone, my name is Heng Cheng and my matric number is 2711519. This figure shows the pie chart and the data of net interest margin of the 4 different commercial banks. Based on the data above, mBank was extremely poor in managing interest expenses proportional to interest income for the first 4 years of research. Although mBank effortlessly improved their net interest margin ratio, however, their performance was nowhere in comparison to the other 3 commercial banks. On the other hand, the net interest margin ratio of Hong Leong Bank, Maybank, and IHB Bank were in proximity, where IHB Bank achieved the highest ratio in 2018, which is 2.07%, and maintained healthy for the remaining years. Besides, IHB Bank has the best net interest margin ratio for the year 2016 to 2020 compared to the other 3 commercial banks. In other words, IHB Bank has the most efficient management of interest expenses and interest incomes. In contrast, Hong Leong Bank and Maybank possess a similar net interest margin ratio from the year 2016 to 2020, where both of the banks achieved 1.6% for the year 2016 and separated into 1.7% and 1.73% respectively. Furthermore, Hong Leong Bank endures a decline of net interest margin ratio from the year 2018 to 2020 from 1.68% to 1.58% and finally 1.5%, while Maybank had an increase in net interest margin ratio to 1.93% in 2018, 4 to 1.67% in 2019 and landed at 1.61% in the year 2020.
Good day everyone, my name is Wan Chanjing, matric number is 270786. Now I would like to present about the net non-interest margin. Net non-interest margin is the financial measurement that record the non-interest income and non-interest expenses in the bank. Based on the table, we can notice that in this 5 year, mBank has the highest positive net non-interest margin in range of 6.66% to 11.98% in this 5 year, whereas the IHB is the bank that has the lowest net non-interest margin in range of negative 0.28% to negative 0.74% around this 5 year compared to the other banks. Moreover, Maybank have positive net non-interest margin in 4 years except negative 0.05% in 2017. Next, Hong Leong is the bank which has the second lower negative net non-interest margin in range of negative 0.2% to negative 0.36% in these 5 years. After the comparison, we can notice that mBank has a high non-interest income and lower non-interest expenses, making their net non-interest margin being the highest compared to the other bank. While the IHB Bank and the Hong Leong Bank have the problem of non-interest expenses exceeding non-interest income. Both of these banks need to revise their financial planning, especially after the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Hi, my name is Chia Chin Yu, matric number 279582. Now I'll proceed with net bank operating margin of the commercial banks from year 2016 to 2020. From that analysis, mBank achieved the highest net bank operating margin during the 5 years that followed by Maybank, RHB Bank, and Hong Leong Bank. We found that mBank obtained the top 11.98% in 2018, while Hong Leong Bank was the bottom 0.06% in 2020 among the years and 4 commercial banks. In overview, mBank experienced a significant up and down, while the other 3 banks faced slightly frustrated in their net operating margin throughout the years. Additionally, we found there is one similarity, which is 4 commercial banks experienced a drop from year 2019 to 2020, whereby the ratio of mBank decreased from 11.56% in 2019 to 8.31% in 2020, while Hong Leong Bank dropped from 0.28% to 0.06%. In the same period, the percentage was decreased from 4.71% to 4.11% in Maybank. RHB Bank net operating margin dropped from 3.68% to 3.27%. The economic decline due to COVID-19 pandemic outbreak can perfectly explain why the ratio dropped. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Eric Chu Jian and my metric number is 271252. Now we are going to look about the part of EPS. So, for the earning per shares, we can see from the table that Hong Leong Bank has the highest EPS from 2016 to 2020, followed by Maybank and RHB Bank. mBank has the lowest EPS over the course of the year from 2016 to 2020 compared to the other 3 banks. So according to the table, we found that the higher EPS is 0.96, which is obtained by Hong Leong Bank, and the lowest EPS is 0.38, which is obtained by mBank. Both the highest and lowest EPS are happened in the same year, which is in year 2018. The mentionable part is from 2016 to 2018. All the banks' EPS has slightly increased except mBank. mBank's EPS has increased from 0.43 to 0.44 in 2017, but faced a huge downfall to the lowest EPS among all the banks, which is only 0.38. So in conclusion, Hong Leong Bank has the greatest performance in earning per shares compared to other banks. This means that Hong Leong Bank can earn a higher profit compared to other 3 banks for each share of its stock. From year 2016 to 2020, investors will be more willing to purchase Hong Leong Bank shares and less willing to purchase mBank shares. So that's all for me. I'll pass to the next person. Thank you.
Good day, doctor and everyone. My name is Woon Tian Hee, metric number 271500. I will talk about earnings spread regarding the banks. The function of earnings spread is to evaluate the ability of bank in managing the borrowing and lending of money. From the year of 2016 to 2020, mBank recorded 4 years of negative value for their earnings spread, which indicated that they are bad managing the borrowing and lending of money for those years. In contrast, mBank is well managing it for 1 year that recorded positive value. Next, Maybank and RHB Bank recorded 5 years of positive value for their earnings spread. It indicated that Maybank and RHB Bank is well managing the borrowing and lending of money throughout the years. From the year of 2016 to 2020, Hong Leong Bank recorded 4 years of positive value for their earnings spread, which indicated that they are well managing the borrowing and lending of money for those years. In contrast, Hong Leong Bank is bad managing it for 1 year that recorded negative value. In comparison, Maybank and RHB Bank is the best in managing the borrowing and lending of money among the banks, as their earnings spread appear to be in positive value throughout all the years. Hong Leong Bank is the second best as it only recorded a year of negative value. After all, mBank is the worst as it recorded 4 years of negative value.
My name is Yong Kok Ping, metric number 27932. As the conclusion, we can see Maybank has the best performance in ROE. Maybank has best ability to manage the capital as well to earn more profits. Next, mBank has the higher ratio in ROA. No interest margin in net bank operating margin, so mBank has the best management on the assets. mBank has a more no interest income source to protect profit margin, also has the best competitive advantage with other banks. Next, RHB is the highest in net interest margin and earnings spread. RHB has good control on the revenue and expenses on the interest to earn more money. As HP Bank also has a good effectiveness on in terms on borrowing and lending money, and also the highest intensity on competition. Thus, Hong Leong Bank has the best earning per share in the four banks. This means the investor is more confident to invest in Hong Leong Bank because it is more valuable to receive a high profit from the stock. Thank you for listening. This is all for our group.